Okay, we are back in Triangle Strategy. After some dialogue, I think we're finally moving into the new chapter. Let's go quiet for a moment.
The news of Prince Roland's death spreads across the land like wildfire. With his demise, seemingly comes the end of the kingdom of Glenbrook. But only days later, a proclamation is made that would bind Aesfrost and Glenbrook. Bearer of the royal signet and last heir to the throne of Glenbrook, Cordelia is to ascend as queen and wed Archduke Gustadolf.
Chapter 9, Part 1, Dwindling Light.
Princess Cordelia is to wed the Archduke? What is the meaning of this? Gustadolf is the very one who invaded Glenbrook.
But King Regna is to blame for trying to monopolize the mines.
What does it matter who the princess weds as long as Glenbrook lives on?
It damn well matters to me.
My people, our days of late have been dark and filled with strife. Both Glenbrook and Aesfrost have suffered countless losses. And we have lost both of our beloved princes. For that, I offer you my deepest condolences. May they all rest in peace. As you all know, my father was sentenced to death for his role in this tragic event. But how do we come to grips with our sorrow and anger? How do we atone for our mistakes?
Aesfrost does not deserve your forgiveness! Do not submit to Gustadolf's will!
Let us recognize our sins as such and move forward. Archduke Gustadolf has magnanimously given us another chance. A chance to see Glenbrook to a fair and free future. As the queen of this kingdom, I, Cordelia of House Glenbrook, do hereby accept the warmth and governance of Aesfrost, and swear to do everything in my power to usher in an age of peace with the Archduke.
With all due respect, sir, I do not believe Queen Cordelia to be fit for ruling Glenbrook.
She does not need to be. She is to be our figurehead, a place for the people to focus both their hope and discontent. And while the poor people of Glenbrook stumble in the dark, we shall establish a new government, one based in freedom. Once the people have had a taste of true freedom Aesfrost would offer them, there will be no turning back. By the time Cordelia births an heir, both this kingdom and its people will belong solely to Aesfrost.
I would be loath to stand upon a political battlefield. It is far more heartless than those of war.
I am simply breathing new life into a kingdom of tired traditions. The people will thank me for it in time.
Father, my brothers, I swear to avenge you.
Nothing can go wrong with something like that, right? Now that I think about it, we never found the merchant in the previous chapter, that is. This one we're going to do the mental battle real quick, so hopefully I can talk through the entire thing. We also need to raid the shops, see if there's anything there for us. His one medal of bravery is still sold out. He's still sold out too. That sucks. Do you at least have something new? Yes, take back the boat. Just fiber on the field. Enemy forces have stolen a boat, it's up to you to win it back. Plan your attack route carefully to minimize losses. Yeah, I need to remember to try to use this quietest thing. I haven't really been in a bad situation where it kind of justified it. Ah, they're over here. I'm wondering, like, where's the rest of it? This says there's 12 guys here, but yeah. So there's 8 there and 4 over here. He's the only healer. I'm really worried about Julio falling a little bit behind. Healer. Fire mage. Another healer. The only was my range guys is Landroy, but they're still gonna be on the annoying side. Benedict or Hasabara. I'm a little bit more inclined for Hasabara because I don't see any spearmen here. Oh, she's already here.
The honor is mine.
Okay, yeah, I'm actually fine with this lineup then. So we have these 2 for healers here with the majority of the group. I don't want her on the front line, though. You must attempt to occupy the yellow area, defeat all enemies in the target area, take back the ship. So I guess they only want me to go after the guys in the middle, maybe, but I want to mow all of them down for EXP and drops. Take back the boat.
Time to take flight. You'll get no mercy from us. I will fight to my last breath.
My turn. You won't catch me.
I probably need to give her the next upgrade.
Feisty, aren't we?
Forward!
Huh, that's actually a kind of cool move. The only downside, though, is you have to expose your back to really use it.
Wait your turn!
I shall try my level best.
I'm trying to think of who would stir up the most trouble with this.
Let us steel our defenses. My lord!
Oh, come on.
I'll show you what I can do. Dwindling! Shall we begin?
Gonna have her haste herself.
Victory goes to the quick.
Time to take action. Take that!
Me next!
Ever to serve my lord.
I've been waiting for this.
A little bit of payback. Oh, come on, man.
Follow my lead, just as I planned.
So the majority of the damage
Let me
just
show you what I've learned.
vanished into the ether. So I should get my TP back.
We will make our ideals reality.
So,
Facing the
it's all
wrong
to
way,
me.
but it's not gonna matter.
Come on!
The heavens judge you!
Horizonte having to come along and clean up his mistake.
The heavens rage!
Jerk.
Here I come.
And you can see this has
You'll
perfect
get no
accuracy.
mercy from us. It's over.
Knife goes in, guts come out. No item drop though.
Victory is
To
within
the
reach.
throne!
For life.
For my kith and kin.
Didn't see that coming.
Okay, he did not take the item drop. He shanked Quarantine, but he did not take the item drop.
Forward! Wait your turn!
I shall do what I can.
Gonna fall a little short.
Be at
I'm gonna
ease.
put her here in case she needs to go across to
Thank
heal
you,
the
friend.
others, but I don't see that being
My
necessary.
growth is plain to see.
He has 10 strength. And I'm just gonna throw out a bulwark.
Let us steel our defenses.
Our victory is assured.
I hope you're watching, Grandfather.
I'm trying to see which way he's facing. I think he's looking at Quarantine. So you know what, if I were to go here and launch a whirlwind,
Ready to see it spell?
Time to take action.
that's lame. Gonna go quiet here now though.
Perfect!
Allow me.
Well, we're about to find out if she gets a double TP drop here or not. And it's just one. That's heartbreaking. Let's grab this and continue our advance. He doesn't have anything that can reach.
Very well. Stay down.
I need to look up that accursed strike does. Doing this just so I can say I did something. Get something out of the promotion.
Time to take flight. Take aim.
Let's go down here and grab this.
My turn.
This ain't good.
You've done it now!
Let me heal your wounds.
Yeah, that played out that way.
Your wounds are healed. My apologies.
Defeat is not an option. Wait your turn!
You have nothing left. For the future of House Wolford.
Time for some research.
To further the arcane arts.
Here I come.
He can't reach anything, so I'm just gonna have him grab this.
I'll take it from here. I will do what I can.
This shall be a boon.
Allow me.
Actually, if I go here... No, I still won't reach.
My time is now.
My turn.
Allow me.
You won't beat me!
I don't know if this is gonna matter, but we'll
Push
try
on
it.
through!
Here I come.
Nope, can't reach.
Now it's my turn.
Ain't over yet.
I will remember.
Now I do have to go quiet for the rest of the video.
Would you look at that?
I shall do what I can. Be at ease.
You have my thanks.
For the honor of House Wolfort. Ah!
Time for some sorcery.
Time to work. You won't escape. This'll hurt.
A brief respite.
How gracious.
Let me show you what I've learned. Stay right there! My time is now. Stay down!
Models were off.
Ice wall!
This battle is ours. This ends now!
Okay, so off camera I went ahead and looked at the storyline here, so if you're curious where we're currently at. And then I did finally take a look at the roster stuff because I was a little curious with Hasabara picking up a new ability there. So Roland was, you move 5 spaces, you get to poke something, she just gets a TP there, which can, like if you have her zigzag all over the battlefield, she can literally cast Be Brave every single turn. Otherwise, I don't think there's anything else here that's a major update or anything. Right now I just need to find items to upgrade weapons and classes, and, well, there's none to be found here, so we're gonna move forward. So we got a character story that's most likely due to the conviction things I received during the fight. Narve speaks with Gila about her home of Hyzante and his grandfather's place in their history.
That should do it. You should be able to use that arm just fine in no time.
Many thanks, lad. You truly are a talented one. My apologies for treating you like an intruder the other day.
Think nothing of it, my good man. If you need anything else, I'm more than happy to help.
Your magic never ceases to amaze. Did you learn everything from your grandfather?
You bet I did. The Archmage Grandante taught me everything I know.
Grandante. There's something I've been meaning to ask you, Narve.
Ask away.
I was in Hyzante for a short time, studying at the Ministry. No doubt you know it's considered the greatest authority in this world when it comes to matters arcane. Their library contains everything from records of magically enhanced soldiers to technical tomes and much, much more. Their chronicles on the history of magic, too, were the most comprehensive in our realm. And yet, I do not recall seeing even a single mention of a mage named Grandante. One would think the achievements of such a powerful sorcerer would be recorded somewhere. Why are they not?
Those awful Hyzantians. Truly, they have no shame.
Narve?
The chronicles you speak of? In truth, they were written by my grandfather's own hand.
What? But then why is he not credited by name?
He refused to do the research the former Hierophant ordered of him, and was branded a heretic and unbeliever. They erased his name and achievements from the records, and made it like he never existed at all. He was then banished from the city and died in exile, his name all but forgotten. It's all their fault no one knows of the Archmage Grandante.
I had no idea.
These robes I wear were once his. They're the only remaining proof that he once walked this realm.
So you carry his memory with you everywhere you go?
I promised myself I would make the Archmage Grandante's name known around the world. So I'm going to work harder than I've ever worked before, until all in the realm know his story. And in the process, I'll become the greatest mage this world has ever seen.
That's the spirit.
Thanks, Gila. Just you watch, Grandfather. I'm going to make you proud.
Okay, it wasn't character recruitment, but you get a little backstory on Narve. Well, without further ado, Castle Wolford, Sereno, and the others speak of Cordelia's accession as Queen of Glenbrook. I thought I was misreading that at first as Ascension, but it's not.
Prince Roland, have you heard about the address at the capital?
I have.
I won't forgive them for making Her Highness say such horrible things.
Enough, Huette.
But they lied about the king's death. They made it seem like Gustadolf was justified.
I said enough! Griping about it here won't change a thing. Cordelia is fighting her hardest all on her own. My heart breaks more every day I cannot save her.
Forgive me, Your Highness.
We all understand how you feel, Prince Roland.
No, I apologize. I lost control. Thinking about it will do us no good. We must rise to action.
Indeed we must. Everyone knows of your death now. That means we are free to make our next move.
Listen, my friends. Prince Roland of Glenbrook is dead. I am now merely Roland, a warrior who fled a fallen kingdom. I humbly ask for your support until the sun shines upon our royal line once again.
Is that Sir Maxwell's?
That mask. You look just like Sir Maxwell.
This is a secret that shall stay within House Wolford.
Master, grant me the strength to free our home from Aesfrost's clutches.
Okay, Roland's back. We have to see if he's down any levels, if he's still a cavalry guy, if he's going to be on foot fighting like Maxwell now, or what have you.
How is he doing? Has he taken the medicine we received from Hyzante?
Aye. He hasn't woken, but I reckon he's breathing easier now.
Thank you. I am glad he has some relief from the pain at last. I wish I could tell Father about our situation now, but...
Lord Serenoa, if your father were awake, I am certain he would praise you for safeguarding Wolfort.
Sad to say, the real trouble's only just beginning. I'll be damned if House N's protection comes for free. No doubt the longer we stay, the steeper the price.
Precisely. Minister Sorsley is not an altruistic soul.
If you were in his shoes, what would you do?
I would squeeze us dry, then look for an opportunity to.
But we won't let that happen.
Of course not. Anna is already on the move. It is our duty to protect and guide this house.
This heart ain't changed since the day Lord Simon took me in, lad. I'm ready to put my life on the line for this house. We'll get past this, one way or another. You'll see.
Thank you so much, both of you.
Okay, a lot of brief scenes, I guess. So we'll start on the right and work our way left, I think, starting at the source. The sweltering heat of the source parches the very hearts of men. I expect each of these to be like 2 minutes long, the way this has been going.
Water.
On your feet.
Water, please.
Get back to work. You aren't the only one who's thirsty.
No setbacks, I presume?
None, sir. We are already well ahead of schedule.
Splendid. The ledger, if you would.
Yes, sir.
I would hate for there to be a problem with our numbers. I will hold on to this for now.
Of course, sir.
Water.
Put the poor thing out of its misery, Booker. You must be firm with the Roselle. Show them the slightest mercy, and they'll think they deserve more.
Yes, sir!
You figure all the blood would ruin the salt, you know? Anyway, Wolfort Harbor. Anna gathers information at Wolfort Harbor and hears rumors of illicit dealings.
I see. So there is an illicit salt trade held outside the auspices of the Norzelia Consortium.
In this business, you cannot avoid rumors even if you try. They say sneaking under the Consortium's nose is well worth the risk, but I am not so bold.
And who is behind all this?
I wish I could say.
I am not asking you to tell me for free.
How generous of you. It's but a rumor, of course, but... They say none other than Minister End in Hyzante is pulling the strings. And some free advice for you, my friend? You'd do well not to get involved.
Why?
I'm afraid that will cost a separate fee. Why, thank you.
And the final scene before we do the story at Twinsgate. The death of an ardent youth changes the fate of one man. So here we find out what's going on with Maxwell, I guess.
Lord Svarog, the body of Lord Dragan is...
So my son has finally returned home. I will be there soon. Is something the matter?
I think it better not to look, my lord.
And why is that?
His face. There is no vestige of the handsome lad he once was.
Oh, my son. I understand. You are dismissed. I am so sorry, my boy. Please forgive your pitiful excuse for a father. I will find the one who did this to you. I swear it.
Okay, I was kind of wondering if that storyline was going to get swept away because of the route we were on, but I guess that one's still playing out. At Castle Wolford, Frederica voices her doubts to Serenoa.
Serenoa, do you have a moment? I was hoping to talk to you about our marriage. Now that Glenbrook has been brought to ruin by Aesfrost, is there any meaning to our union? My brother may have been planning this from the start. And yet I came to Wolfort with the intent of marrying you, completely unaware of it. It's always like this. Nothing ever goes as I would wish it. The course of my life has always been at the mercy of others.
As has mine. Almost nothing happens the way I thought it would.
But you have a home. Somewhere you can return to someday. You are surrounded by people who care about you.
As do you, as a member of House Wolfort. Your place is with us now.
Serenoa.
And though this may sound pretentious, this is a time for you to think about your future and what you must do, Frederica. Just as I am.
I suppose you are right. What must I do?
Here you are. Master Benedict has been searching for you both.
Understood. Let him know we will return at once. You said we received a delivery from Minister Sorsley.
Yes, mostly food and materials, plus a considerable amount of coin.
That is quite kind of him.
House End is a wealthy one, Even by Hyzante standards, this would barely put a dent in their coffers. We have distributed the resources as needed. We've even managed to restock our reserves.
Wish I could be happy for the help, but I can't say I am.
Agreed. Relying on them comes at a price. They will be looking for recompense.
I believe that to be their true aim.
But this is the path we chose to walk together.
Indeed. And as long as we stay the course, the winds of favor will someday be at our backs.
A missive from Minister Sorcelet has arrived.
I see he wastes no time. What absurd request could he possibly have in store for us?
Nothing good, that's for sure.
So we have another vote. Need to find out how to rig this sucker. At Castle Wolfort, Cyrano and the others gather to discuss their response to a certain minister's request. I don't know if I'm going to have time to finish this in this sitting, though. That's what I'm a little worried about. This is going to be really awkward to splice together. So, I'm warning you now, it may be a little weird at times.
Yet another problem has arisen, as we anticipated. I would like to ask everyone what they think. Benedict, if you would.
Yes, my lord. We have just received a request from Minister Sorcelet. We are to deliver his cargo to Aesfrost.
Cargo?
A load of salt that bypasses the consortium.
He is asking us to be an accomplice to his illegal dealings.
It is as Minister Exham suspected. Minister Sorcelet truly is abusing his station.
The nerve of him, asking the Honorable House Wolfort to do such a filthy job. No way we'd agree to that.
But consider this. Agreeing would secure us proof of his unlawful business.
Are you suggesting we report him to Hyzante?
I am saying it is an option.
You got a point. We have a duty to speak up when something's not right. That's the honorable thing to do.
We might even earn the Holy One's trust.
If we rely on Minister Exham, would he speak to the Holy One for us? He tried to expose Sorcelet's wrongdoings.
Have you all forgotten? Minister Sorcelet is one of Hyzante's saintly 7. His connections run far deeper than ours. We must tread carefully.
Then we need solid evidence to convict him. I should think the salt he wishes us to transport would suffice. But we are the only ones that know it. And it is indistinguishable from the salt that is legally distributed. Far from the solid evidence we need.
Regrettably so.
One false move and we lose both Minister Sorcelet's support and Hyzante's trust. Without proof, we have no choice but to go to Aesfrost.
If only we had evidence of his misdeeds.
It comes as no surprise to see our opinions differ. But a decision must be made. To report Minister Sorcelet's illegal dealings to Hyzante, or become a silent accomplice. Bring the scales. It is time to make our choice.
We managed to survive the battle, but the situation around us grows ever more complex. The decision before us now will greatly sway the course of our future. I must be firm in my convictions. So, what is it with Anna being undecided? Jeez. Anyway, let's talk to totally not Roland.
Cyrano.
We have nothing to prove Minister Sorcelet's dealings illegal, nor do I want to put our relationship with the Holy State at stake. Right now, we need allies more than ever, leaving us no choice but to do Minister Sorcelet's bidding. Jeez, I can't even talk right now. Can I go into the village? Are you hanging out, my lord? Yes. It was no easy feat ferrying all Mr. Sorsley's provisions, just goes to show how deep the pockets of the Saintly Seven are. I never thought their generosity would extend beyond Hyzante, though. To say I'm impressed would be an understatement. Saintly Seven are highly revered in the Holy State. Claims of any illicit dealings would no doubt be met with skepticism. So we already know everything about them. There would probably be more to gain here had I gone to Aesfrost earlier, but it looks like we're doing this really hard Hyzante route. When I do some of the New Game Plus stuff, we'll probably run into this too, but it's going to be interesting how April plays out when I'm trying to do the other routes on this, plus Advance Wars. I'm probably going to end up having to just drop what I'm doing with Advance Wars and stick to the reboot. I'm happy that the provisions Minister Sorsley sent are being met with joy by people. Is there anything you would like me to relay to him in turn? So the top choice? I do not think it possible to amass such riches under Hyzante's system of equality. I do hope Mr. Sorsley is not giving more than he can afford. Or, thanks to him we can rebuild our town. Please tell him that we will not forget his generosity. And finally, before that, there's something I'd like to know. What do you think of Mr. Sorsley as his vassal? Let's inquire, shall we? He is one of the Saintly Seven and a greater liege than I deserve. I think his benevolent character should be apparent after all the aid he bestowed upon Wolford. He is also a man committed to righteousness and will not tolerate any semblance of injustice or betrayal. You are the same, are you not, Lord Serenoa? But of course. A warning, no doubt. Perhaps Minister Sorsley is not so generous as others make him out to be after all. Kinda do need more pills after how that last fight went. I'm not talking about the mental battle. I owe you a debt of gratitude for these provisions. Looks like I'll be able to push on a little longer. One of the soldiers told me you're the reason we have food now. Thank you so much, Lord Serenoa. There's the merchant. Quality stone. 3 pieces of timber. Welcome, how can I be of service today? Anne already paid you, give me the loot. So I should point out this is only 40. I have 2 of them, but they're really pricey. So yeah, they all seem to lose power as they go. So this is a single square, this is going to be a cross shape. Evasion Spice could be pretty good on Eridor. Especially if you're provoking people. But yes, I am going to buy some of his quality stuff, since this way it doesn't interfere with Lionel's inventory. Granted, with what little money I have left, I'm not going to be able to do much of anything, but that's fine. I await your next visit. Did I go in here? Was this where the stone was? Yeah. Ranged HP recovery. My mom says thanks to you we can eat again. Thank you. My child would have to go to bed with an empty belly and tearful eyes, but no more. You have no idea how grateful I am for that. I may be able to procure goods and reopen my shop sooner than I thought, thanks to Hyzante's generous provisions. So the oak is actually a big windfall. The problem is I don't have the money anymore to use it. Sir Maxwell joined our army the moment we got news of Prince Roland's death. The timing is too convenient. Can't help but feel there's something else going on here. Please say no more. So the top one is, please say no more. I would be loath to lie to my own soldiers. Middle is, All we do for Wolford. I ask that you keep your observations like these to yourself. And finally, this is proof of his resolve, one which I support with all my might. We'll go with the bottom one. Understood, sir. He is doing this for the sake of Wolford and Glenbrook both, then. I admire his resolve and will continue to serve as dutifully as always. All the other soldiers feel the same. You needn't worry about a thing, Lord Serenoa. Thank you. I couldn't have gotten this far without all of you. I'm as grateful as anyone for Hyzante's provisions, but I can't imagine anyone giving us so much without expecting anything in return. I will duck into the encampment real quick to see who it is that uses oak to upgrade. I know I still have the lightning talisman that I haven't put on anyone. Let's see what the red anklet does. Okay, that is going on Frederica. That can turn her into this murder machine where she's getting TP back upon kill, which in turn just buffs her, and that can get so ridiculous so fast. Time to do one of these little fights in here, a mental battle, just to get the money I need for the upgrade. So yes, he is still on horse, as we can see here. Oh, he's level 10. So he's the one who needs oak. She can use it. And so can she. She's the one I want to give it to be honest, because I want to know what these are, because I'm hoping it makes her spells a little cheaper. But it's entirely actually, I don't know. I have any junk I can sell you? I don't have enough oil jugs to part with, and the spices aren't that valuable. I still don't regret buying out the merchant. So yeah, let's just slap some accessories on. Roster, Frederica. Like, I don't have anyone weak to lightning, so whoever I give this to is just to make them a little bit more durable. Especially since lightning seems to be a really nasty nuke spell. Another thing about it, we didn't even find any money lying on the ground. We've done that before, and that would be enough for us to go upgrade Hyzante. Will you be returning? So I'll make sure there's no sparkly crap here. Okay, decision time. Let's side with Roland. So we need to talk to... She's on our side already. She's on our side. We need to persuade you.
Serenoa.
We cannot overlook Minister Sorsley's black market dealings, let alone be party to them. I know that means it... I know that it means that even more will have to go without salt in the duchy, but still. I believe we should go to Hyzante and bring these crimes to light. So people have been telling me that the effectiveness and how easily they can be persuaded is determined by your convictions. So me going really hard in, I think it was Liberty early, it seems like all these guys hate Liberty, or at least maybe, I don't know, maybe Gila likes it? I think she's the only one we haven't really gone against so far. But anyway, we should transport the salt to the duchy at Hyzante's behest. Please, sir, no. I must know why you are opposed to exposing Minister Sorsley's crimes. So our three choices are, right now House Wolfort stands alone, we are in sore need of House End support. Or, there's a time and place for everything, and now is not the time to bring Minister Sorsley to justice. And finally, Minister Sorsley is one of the Saintly Seven. Proving him guilty would be a struggle even with evidence of which we have none. I'm torn between the second and the third. Let's go with the second one. I don't understand. There's no guarantee that a better time will come along.
But...
we have a chance right now, and we ought to take it. Might we speak a little longer?
in that case...
I admit that I'm more than curious as to why you'd want to make us an accomplice in Mr. Sorsley's illicit dealings. So, our three choices are, our relations with Aesfrost are strained enough as it is, and I would rather not make any more enemies if we can avoid it. Or, I wish to know Aesfrost's true intentions. We might glean something new if we go there. And finally, I have heard rumors of Mr. Exarm. Though he looks reliable at first glance, I do not know if he can truly be trusted. So once again, I'm torn between the second and the third one. I don't really trust him.
No.
You mean to say he may be using us, or perhaps plans to betray us? I share your doubts, but doing so avails us nothing. Let's return to our own counsels, Frederica. I understand your feelings, as I hope you understand mine. So yeah, she doesn't care. Like, she is not persuaded slightly. So we're on the same page as Roland. These are the three we need to persuade.
We must decide.
Mr. Sorsley is involved with trafficking in illegal salt. It would be in our best interest to expose him before we get further involved. We may not escape entirely unscathed, but it must be done. No, we're gonna do it, but he will not be easily swayed. I see, so you believe we should follow Mr. Sorsley's orders. So the third choice is blocked off. Our two choices are, there is no guarantee we will succeed in exposing Sorsley, and should we fail, we would make enemies of both House End and the Holy State itself. And the middle one, regardless of his motives, we owe him a debt, and I'd rather not repay kindness with betrayal. Let's go with the top one. He's supposed to be practical. The odds of appealing to those in power in another nation and succeeding are entirely not in our favor. We have enough enemies as it is. It would be wise for us not to earn ourselves any more. There is still time, Benedict. I would like to continue our discussion.
Certainly not.
Very well, my lord. Is it safe to assume that you think exposing Minister Sorsley's crimes to be a reckless course of action? So the three choices are, it is. We haven't sufficient information to take action. Or, Minister Sorsley is no fool. I doubt he would blindly trust us to carry out such an important deal. And finally, shaking Hyzante's faith in one of the Saintly Seven will be nigh impossible. Yeah, this is part that I don't really get. Like, just because you gave us stuff, would that really... what he's asking us to do doesn't really justify what he's paid, I'll put it that way. I cannot deny that. Both Minister Sorsley and his subordinate are cunning men. We could move under the cover of night, although there's always a chance the enemy awaits us in the shadows as well. You have made your position clear, Benedict. I only ask that you keep my words in mind. But of course, my lord, allow me a moment to make my decision. Benedict is deep in thought.
Aye, lad.
I can't even imagine a proud and honorable house like ours committing a crime. We've got to go to Hyzante to report that no-good minister. We should transport it at his behest. You're actually considering doing his dirty work? Why? So, the three choices. House End has given us money and provisions. We're reporting them not be biting the hand that feeds. Or, Minister Sorsley is no fool. He is no doubt wary of our betrayal. And finally, while I believe Minister Exarm would help us find Minister Sorsley guilty, we ought to be careful of him. He is no doubt trying to use us as his pawn. So, with Eredor, I think this is the one that's going to persuade him most. You never cease to amaze me, lad. Mr. Exarm is a man of bottomless ambition.
You're onto something.
I bet he wouldn't think twice about using us to see his hated House End fall. Don't like the thought of that, to be honest. If only there was a way House Wolfort could get by alone. I wish us not to be party to these crimes so we can avoid it, but things are not so simple, I'm afraid.
Consider this.
I'm sure you've thought long and hard about it, but still, just thinking about dirtying our hands like that makes me sick to my stomach. So our choices are, because we only have two. If our accusations fall on deaf ears, we make an enemy of both House End and the Holy State. The risk is far too great. Or, I understand we must do this to see House Wolfort survive. Please, Eredor, I ask that you bear this burden with us. We'll stick with the top one. That'd leave House Wolfort all on its lonesome. A troubling thought indeed. I understand that, I do, but still, it's just so damn difficult to accept. I need more time to think on it. This won't be an easy decision either way. So he's a maybe. And finally, Anna.
Lord Saranoa.
Transporting illicit salt and reporting Minister Sorsley. Poor options both. I wish we had the option of taking either path. I leave the decision in your hands, Lord Saranoa. So, she'll go either way. So you believe it better to do Minister Sorsley's bidding, might I ask why? The three choices? If we know the way House N's illicit operations work, we may figure out a way to get the upper hand. Or, there is no harm in gaining Mr. Sorsley trust, regardless of what unfolds in the future. And that sounds like a garbage argument, but number 3, I would do whatever it takes to defend my domain, legal or not, and prepare to face the consequences should we be caught. So this is the only one that makes sense to me for her, because as a spy, she would be seeking the upper hand. Like, information is her gold, so to speak. I see. It'll be easier to find the cracks in their defenses from the inside, and it may even give us an opportunity to strike.
Yes?
If that is our aim, I think it well worth the risk. Is there anything else you wish to know? There is. I cannot help wondering if being party to these acts would sully the Wolfort name. So, the 3 choices are, our house's honor is trivial at best. You needn't pay it any mind. I don't think that you'd buy that. Or, right now we must do everything in our power to keep our people alive and house standing. So long as we do, there will be a chance to reclaim our honor. Maybe for her. And the final option, the words of outsiders likely mean little against the Saintly Seven. If we bring charges against Mr. Sorsley, he may just lay all the blame at our feet. So I think this is probably the one that'll persuade her most, because she's probably had to frame people in the past.
Certainly.
The Saints hold tremendous influence in Hyzante. It certainly wouldn't be easy to prove one of them guilty. On the contrary, they might use their position and power to indict us instead. An undesirable situation indeed, and one I would rather not find ourselves in. Thank you, Lord Saranoa. I see now where you stand. She's been moved, but she's still in the undecided camp. So, we'll talk to Gila and Hewitt, but we're not actually going to do anything with them. As Prince Roland said, we should take the salt to Aesfrost. I cut off that last part. Can we still see it? Accusing Minister Sorsley without evidence would do us no good.
What do you
The Saintly Seven have tremendous power in Hyzante, and Minister Sorsley is no exception. Reporting his crimes with no small measure of danger, we must make our decision carefully. And let's go ahead and vote while I still can talk.
It is time to cast our votes. Do we follow Sorsley's orders and smuggle salt across our borders, or do we take another path? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
Forgive me, my lord.
If you wish to sway me, you must leave me with no room for doubt.
Even still.
So apparently Benedict is short for Benedict Darnold. I'm sorry, Cyrano, please understand.
I agree.
You have my support, Lord Saranoa.
Just can't see it your way.
Yeah, that's why I gave you the coin that weighs less than the others. Sorry, but I can't just let House Wolford go down this path without a fight.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen. The way forward is decided. We have no choice but to follow Sorsley's demands and bring the salt to Aesfrost.
I'm wondering if on New Game Plus you can actually see what all gains or what's required. Do they let you peek behind the curtain, so to speak?
We have chosen our path. We shall do as Minister Sorsley asks and deliver the salt to Aesfrost.
Now that we have a heading, we need only move forward. Let us make haste.
Indeed. No matter how perilous the road ahead may be, we must not falter.
Anna, begin the preparations.
As you wish.
And with that, Dwindling Light is now complete. So I'll drop a save here, and then we'll probably have our battle in the next part, and yeah, I need to see if I can just start combining these, but if they're too long, I don't like uploading these mega long videos these days, since I'm doing multiple videos a day. But anyway, this is where we're going to wrap up. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.